Hey Capricorn, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all good. I'm going to see what wants to come out, past, present, future energy. We've got the King of Pentacles on the back of the deck. First card out, Seven of Wands, followed by Temperance, Judgment. It's the last push. This isn't the time to be loose with your energies. Pluto leaving Cap, November 19. You could be really feeling tested right now. Like it's not even worth pushing on. It's not even worth finding the energy to jump that last hurdle. It's not by accident that you're feeling such intensity. It's uncomfortable transformation. Facing things head on, facing yourself, your deepest fears. It's like Pluto knows your potential. Your potential is being revealed to you. It has been revealed to you. You know what you can do. As uncomfortable as it is to move through the emotions, to do the thing, you know you can do it. It's been shown to you. You've proved that to yourself. Take time to rest, don't quit. Patience is everything right now. As much as you may want to be reactive and kind of lash out in frustration because of the weight, because of the burden of however long it's been, the last 16 years or however long it's been, to really take a minute to just stop in your tracks, stop yourself in your tracks, come back to the present, come back to the breath, come back to yourself for a moment. Every decision you make at this point, it's like, don't undo the work that you've done by making frivolous decisions. As difficult as it is right now, discipline is everything. Integrity is everything. Obviously, life is about not taking yourself too seriously, but certain things are to be taken seriously if you want to get things done, if you want to move on, if you want to evolve. Change doesn't happen by accident. It can. However, there's a reason why many people stay the same way. It takes conscious effort, it takes discipline, it takes a willingness. This is something that come up for me today. I was like, I'm not willing, bro. Like, I'm not willing to continue. That it's not worth it. Whatever's coming in, whatever experience, whatever feeling, whatever, it's not been worth it. Like that, it just felt like, nah, it can't be worth it. But what I was guided to see is that you wouldn't even know what's worth it. Like, you haven't even tasted what was worth it. You haven't even seen it yet because of the feelings, because being in that boiling point in the it's like I'm seeing a pot boiling over. You can't see clearly until the waters settle down. It feels like really being pushed to breaking point, but this is a breakthrough. This is a mastering of self that can't be taken from you. Seven of Cups, King of Cups. Protect your energy at this time. You've learned how to have fun. You've learned how to celebrate. You know what you enjoy. You know what you want to do, what you don't want to do. Maybe people around you celebrate a certain way, or people that you have been around have celebrated a certain way, and it's just not for you. You may have been waiting to try and fit in somewhere, to adapt until you was normal. It's like, nah, this is your normal. What works for you? Maybe you just haven't found your people yet. Maybe it's just a case of, it's like not sacrificing what's right for you to fit into somebody else's idea, into somebody else's world. You create your own world, you create your own celebration, you do what's right for you. To really live authentically is the most courageous thing you can do. It's the most healing thing you can do, to live as your authentic self. It liberates you, it liberates others, it's a guiding light. What makes you happy? It feels like having to learn to not feel guilty for being happy. Maybe this was programming, something that was learned, as the many of us are taught that. what are you so happy about? What are you smiling about? That kind of hard life programming, when it's like, oh, you're almost lazy if you're smiling. If you're happy, you're not working hard enough. If you're smiling, you're not stressed enough. You're not doing enough. Even though it's not necessarily said and stated like that, there's this energy that's projected on many, and that's what it feels like. Feeling like you have to sacrifice yourself to be enough, and learning that that isn't the case. Overcoming this, unapologetically doing what's right for you, resting without guilt. This is healing yourself. This is healing generations of survival mode, bringing in new opportunities, new ideas, freeing yourself. Now you can move forward. There's going to be a more steadiness, a more stableness to things moving forward. This is life-changing. This is a turning point. Don't give up yet. At least wait until the new year just to see the shift, to feel further shifts. As heavy as things may be, make a promise to yourself to keep going. This is going to resonate differently for all of you. I'm not going to take it too deep, but it's like, at least, like, don't you want to find out? Don't you want to find out what is to come? Don't you want to see the fruits of your labor? Don't tap out after the hard bit. Everything's about to change, but it feels like you're really having to stay rooted in some kind of emotional chaos, extreme hurt, heartbreak, 3 of Swords. It's a crippling feeling. You're about to be shooting free of this, breaking free from this. It actually feels like bursting free from being tied up, like bursting free from the chains. Something that's restricted you, something that's had you feeling away, emotional blocks that maybe have stopped you moving forward, fear, resentment, hate, hurt, anger. Something's clearing. It's a breath of fresh air. You're going to be able to focus on new ideas. An end to codependency, a lighter energy, an end to stress, healing the inner child. It feels like you could have spent a lot of time working through things emotionally, working through, like prioritizing your emotional and mental health. Okay. Let go of what you think you want to create space for what you truly want. Maybe you've decided what you want, but it's like, based off what though? So it's like, say everyone you're around is living a certain way, they're living in the same kind of home, same kind of routine, same kind of car, same kind of lifestyle, same kind of way of celebration, same kind of conversation. And you're like, oh no, I want better than this. So it's like adapting that, building on what you've seen, what you've known, that you'd want more, you'd want it different, and trying to work out how to create that. But it's like, scrap that. You're not trying to build on the dream you didn't like. You're not trying to adapt somebody else's way to create a way for you. You're creating a way from scratch. This is coming in a different way. This is something completely contrasting to what you've seen, what you've been around. Let go of your ideas. Let go of what you think you want, what you're trying to attain. More is trying to come in. You could really feel like you're kind of claustrophobic, like you're outgrowing your environment, like your energy's expanding, like you're you need to take up more space. Like your energy's too big for where you're at, for your location, for your home. for where you're working, whatever it is. Allow things to move through you. Be open to the unexpected, to surprise, to new ways, to diversions, to not needing to know how things are going to work out. It's like, yeah, take action. Energetically confirm what you want. But something's not working when you're trying to control it physically, because you may be dismissing something spiritually. This is something it feels like you're aware of, but it's not comfortable for you to take off control. It's like, what I'm seeing is like, if you're in like a 9 to 5, you're working in an office and there's a big project that has to be done and your boss is like, oh, go home. You can leave now. I'll finish it off. I'll get it ready for the next day. It's like that perfectionism, not trusting him to finish it right. It's like needing to see what's being done, needing to be there, needing to monitor, needing to be the one doing it. It's like, if it's not done by you, it's not done right. If you don't oversee every bit of it, if you don't understand how each bit of the puzzle is taken place, it's like how each move is made, then there's some kind of fear of letting go of control. It's like, go home and enjoy your rest and be grateful for the break. Trust all is well. Put it out there that it's going to go well, and it's going to go just as well as if you were there physically. And there's something here about that in terms of co-creating this dream, that it's like, it's okay to have a nap. It's okay to take a minute. It's okay to take your eye off the ball. Let go of how things are going to unfold. Let go of trying to orchestrate each outcome. Act on your intuition. But trust in the magic of things. Be open to the magic of things, High Priestess. Because it's like, it's breaking your own heart to not. It's keeping you in lack. It's making you feel drained or small or stressed. It's like, take the weight off yourself. You have control over nothing. As scary as that is, it's liberating. And to really choose to feel that liberation instead of that fear, Queen of Wands. Because there's big things happening here. Yes. What? 9 of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Guys, whatever it is, whatever you're sitting on, like, pull it out. Notes, things, brainstorming things. You've got projects, ideas, things you want to start, businesses, plans, places you want to go, things you want to do. It's like, yes, you have these dreams, you have these ideas, you have these feelings for a reason. Make it happen. Start by writing it down, pen to paper. What is the idea? What is the dream? Brainstorm things. Pull out past ideas that maybe you've just pushed away, notes that you've made. How can you make things happen? How can you take the first step? How can you invest in something today? It could be a small thing. How can you just invest in one thing? It doesn't have to be something huge to start that transformation, to start amplifying the energy of the new, of the dream, of what you want, of what you're creating. A realization you're the missing piece of the puzzle. You are the dream. There is no disconnect. This isn't something you're trying to do. This is you. This is an extension of you. Honouring your energy, honouring what's right for you. It feels like being very protective of what you do, where you go, what you'll say yes to. And rightly so at this time. People could be seeing you as over the top. Something's coming through for me that about myself, which because I am like this as well. It's like, even sometimes I question, like, am I taking this too far? Am I being extreme? Am I missing out on certain life experiences because I won't put myself in certain situations? Or is it fear? And it's like, for a while I started to feel like, am I cutting off my nose to spite my face? Am I preventing myself from experiencing things, from missing out on something? This fear of missing out because of not feeling natural to go to certain environments and do things that the people around me do. But regardless of all that doubt and that kind of self criticism for maybe kind of doing myself a disservice by not putting myself out in certain situations, like, oh, it's not that deep. But I still haven't. It's like intuitively, no, it doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't align with me. And just because I haven't maybe found what does align with me, it doesn't mean that you should settle with what doesn't. So it's like, if it's a choice of being bored or feeling confused or jumping into something or going back to something that you know doesn't serve your energy, around those that disrespect your boundaries, in environments that leave you feeling drained and irritated, like those people, places and things that irritate your spirit, especially now, and to really push through this next couple of months to be on top of your game in terms of making unconscious decisions. It's very easy just to say yes to something, and sometimes it's like things come up and we think, oh, I just don't feel like logically I should be doing this, but intuitively you feel called to go. That's different. It's like sometimes we are called to go to certain places that maybe we wouldn't go to or haven't been to for a while, but it's to prove to us how far we've come, or to show us that it's a different narrative now, or whatever it is. But follow your intuition is what I'm saying. Be mindful of why you're saying yes and no to people, places and things at this time. Yeah, yourself, outcome, external influences, the past. Where it all began. Something coming through today again, like, I was just getting mad because I could feel all these past feelings physically in the body, and I couldn't do a thing. I wanted to do this reading yesterday, and I literally fighting to even get into a place to sit down and settle my energy, and it wasn't possible. And I was just getting mad because, like, as if, and again, I kind of took that energy, like, put the blame outside of myself. Like, why are these people, why are these situations still getting in my way, still holding me back, still can't get on with my day? And it's just like pure rage. And what I usually do is fight through that grizzly bear style, like with all the resistance, all the obstacles, all the clumsiness, that thing with part of the environment, you know, like I'll bash my leg, I'll headbutt the wall, something will happen, like just walk into things, or things will fall over, like the energy's just like, no. But there's this like frustration, like, no, like I'm not gonna be defeated, I'm not gonna let these feelings win, I'm not gonna let the past win, like I'm just gonna push on. But that always just leaves me battered and bruised, because it's like my energies are sporadic, that never goes well. Like, as careful as you try and move, something's gonna go crash bang wallop. So how chaotic things felt within me, I was like, I'm not even gonna risk it. Like, at this point I've learned too many times, I'm just gonna sit my ass down here on the floor and feel it. And it was like my insides boiling, bubbling. And I just thought, I've had enough of this. Like, I've had enough of this. And I just kind of went into a meditation. I just sat with like my back against the bed on the floor, like legs out in front of me, and just meditated in that kind of hypnosis, in that place of hypnosis where you kind of like looking up with your eyes closed, and just started speaking like to the energy. Like I recall my energy back to me. I send your energy back to you. I said the names out loud of the people that had done certain things and exactly what they had done. And I said this out loud with my eyes closed. And then just stated like, that my spirit is bigger. Like I'm the bigger person, my spirit is bigger than that. You couldn't end me, you couldn't, like you can't, you couldn't, you can't affect me anymore. And even just saying exactly what it was, like exactly what happened, and the name of the person, like such and such, you did da 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 da. Like the actual detail, not the general abuse, not like, oh, you mentally, like exactly what it was. You da 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 da. Like, and hearing that in that meditation, it was like, but with this love and honor and respect for myself, and then visualizing, like recharging, like my energy coming back to me, anchoring that in. And then affirming that it's over now. And that I will never go through what I went through in the way I went through it. But I allow myself to go through it again, because it's like this fear of going through it that stops me doing things, because it's like, even in terms of coming back out in the world after being in hermit mode, I don't know how this is coming through, but maybe it resonates always for a reason. Even in terms of being in hermit mode, it's like, it feels like leaving the nest for the first time. And it's gonna mean, it's like you don't know till you know. And I feel like there's this fear that come up for me recently that was like, I don't know if I've broke the cycle till I put myself out there to know if I've broken the cycle. What if I haven't broken the cycle? It's like not wanting to find out, not wanting to experience life in case I haven't shifted internally, and I'm about to create the same reality. That thing, I can't go through that again. And that I can't go through that again has just, that limiting belief, that core belief has stopped me having any form of life, because it's like, it's not worth the risk of living to go through in case something happens, to protect my energy, but to protect myself from the good as well as from the bad by doing that. And that's something that I've been working on, something that I have been intentionally choosing to change, where that fear comes up, where it's like, no. Do it anyway. It's better to have the experience. Allow yourself to take the risk. Know you can survive. You survived it. What will be, will be. You survived it before. You're wiser now. You've learned from the past. You see things coming. You're completely connected in terms of intuitively. 7 of Cups. This is something you asked for. To master yourself, to master your intuition. To understand the past, to understand yourself through the past. This is the outcome. The devil, yourself, in your power. Success, long-term success. To Two of Wands, King of Pentacles. High Priestess, Ten of Pentacles. Nine of Swords, Justice. It's like peace gives you anxiety. Boredom gives you anxiety. That's what's coming through. Like the unknown. If peace hasn't been familiar, it's going to cause anxiety. If unconditional love hasn't been familiar, it's going to cause anxiety. But to familiarize things with yourself, Hierophant. It's like, get familiar with those energies. Give that to yourself, unconditional love. Kindness. Trust. Peace. Do it your way. How do you want to have your peace? It might not be what someone else's idea of peace is. Maybe your idea of peace is listening to rock music, where others may say that's not peaceful. Maybe that is peaceful for you. To really do it your way. Flow. And in terms of everything, especially what's coming through is in terms of routine. Maybe it's better for you to sleep in till 1 p.m. and then get up and have the most productive however many hours. Where others may be drained when they're up. They could be up more hours than you, but they could be doing less. It's like, it's not even about what you're doing. It's not even about comparison, but it's like, don't let anyone else's way of working stop you doing what's right for you. Don't identify yourself as lazy or wrong or weird or whatever because your way looks different. Look to the greats, look to the artists, Pablo Picasso. Look at their routine. No one was doing 9 to 5, guys. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying, do things your way. Don't be hard on yourself. If it doesn't feel natural for you to be doing the things that you're meant to be doing or doing the things that you're being told you should do or the way that others around you are doing, don't feel like you're wrong or there's something wrong with you because of that. That's a guiding light. There's a message in that. Listen to it. Listen deeply to yourself, what you really want. What makes you feel free? Do it that way. What opens your heart? Do it that way. You could be too focused on what's not working, too focused on that it doesn't make sense to others. Come back to what makes sense to you. Stand in your truth. Huge changes. Changes can be positive. This may be something you need to learn. And again, you can teach yourself that by making your own positive changes. It's like, make fun changes. Change the narrative that changes something to fear. This is something for me. Whenever I see the number 5, because for me, numbers wise, like fives are a number of change, but for me, like, whenever I see 5s, it's like something's about to change. And I don't like seeing 5s. Like, if there's a 5 on my phone, I'll literally just like throw the phone down upside down so I can't see the screen. Like, just go away. Like, I don't want to see 5s. I don't want to see. And it's like, what is with this? Like, you can't be getting mad over a number. Like, it's the time. After 54, it's going to turn to 55. Like, what is that higher perspective? It's like, where's this fear coming from? You don't feel like this about any other number. It's not about the number, is it? It's a fear of change. A deep-rooted fear of change. And it's like, why? Maybe, like, what changes took place that scarred you, that made you feel a way? It's like our brain's evidence-based. You've collected evidence that change is bad. Not saying it wasn't, but that's the evidence. Create new evidence. How can change be good? For me, I upgraded the cat with a new little home. and I had like a little cat house thing, and I was like, this is different, and I don't normally like changes in my environment, like new furniture, things moving, like no. I don't care if it's going to be upgraded, something 10 times better. I like the way things are, and that's that. So working on that, I made that change. I was like, this is a positive change. Look, I'm happy, Kat's happy. Changes can be good. And with the knowing that I'm literally running away from the time and clearly have this issue with change, I started actively working on shifting that narrative, because it's like, I do want to make changes. Now I can see that this fear of change is holding me back. How can I move through this? How can I work around this? And actually what was shown to me, that there was ideas that I had a few years ago that I just decided wasn't worth it. It's a waste of time. And it was actually my fear of change why I came to that conclusion. And when I've gone back and looked at those ideas with a different mindset now, I've fallen in love with those ideas, like, as if I just was going to give up on that, as if I wasn't going to create it, even if it was just for myself. Like, it's something that brings me joy. Get things in order, make the choices, like change is a choice. You can make changes, and that is something you can control. It's like investing in things, shifting things around, creating things that do support you as you evolve, that bring you into your heart space, that make you feel alive. The Lovers, Queen of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Sun. Falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone, forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. A financial windfall, your leadership skills are needed now, an unexpected supporter of your cause. Innovative, inspiring, wise and theatrical. And then we've got the Chariot number 7, success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight. 37 on the clock, card of action. And the Moon number 18, powerful intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. I'm going to leave it there, guys. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you soon. Sending so much love.